now to the life-saving part of this video. Are we good? Are we good? I think we are, son. Come here, son. All right, welcome to another dog vlog. If you love dogs, make sure you subscribe and click that subscribe button down below. But today's video is actually life-saving. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to you about one command that you can teach your dog that can and likely one day will save their life. This is what I'm supposed to transition. Finn, transition me. Can you come right here? Transition? Yeah. Today, I'm going to teach you guys how to teach your puppy how to L-E-A-V-E-I-T. And the reason I'm not saying the word is because once you say that word, it's like all in, like all in, guys. Like there's no throwing that word around. You know, it's not like when you tell your first boyfriend that you love them, but you don't really mean it. And then later on you tell your second, and no, like this is when you say that word, I mean, it's all or nothing, and I'll explain why in a second. All right, so let's jump into this video on how this one command will likely save your dog's life at some point in their life. Write to me out. Teach the L-E-A-V-E space I-T a command. This hair in my face. It's super easy. All you need are two different kind of treats. Pick one treat that you think that they would be interested in that you don't ever want them to eat. What I have, exhibit A, is, can you see it? There you go. Cat food. My cat is Haven. She's mostly raw fed, but I had some leftover cat food, and so this is something I would never ever allow Finn or any of my dogs to eat. And then the second thing that you need is, like I said, another treat. So these are where the minnows come in. So when you pick your two treats, the one that you don't ever want them to get their hands on is treat one, and then the second treat needs to be equal or greater value to your dog. To teach L-E-A-V-E space I-T, you need two things. You need two different type of treats. One treat is something that the dog would be interested in, but you never want them to get their hands on. And the second treat will be a treat that is of equal or greater value than the first treat that you don't want them to have. So here's a good example. What I have is something that Finn is very interested in, and this is the treat that I never want him to have and will never allow him to have, which is cat food. Now my cat is now mostly raw fed, but I have cat food left over, and this is a perfect treat to work with that obviously interests him, but I never ever want him to have. The second treat that you need to have is something that is, like I said, of greater or equal value, which are minnows. To Finn, the minnows, which are these dried fish, are candy, chocolate, I can't even think, but they are, but these minnows to Finn are like freaking gold to Finn, so he loves them. So these are the treats that I'm gonna work with. We take the treat that we don't ever want them to have, and in my case it's cat food, and I'm going to hold it and give the command that I was spelling before, and after I say that, he is never ever to get it. It is up to you and your complete responsibility that he never gets it. And here's why. He needs to learn that when I say that command towards a specific item, that he will never get it. That it is absolutely impossible, that he might as well just give up and walk away, because it'll never happen. He'll never get it. So I'm gonna give the command. This is with the cat food hand. Leave it. Yes. I was a little late, but as soon as he, on his own, L-E-A-V-E space I-T it, then I reward with my marker command, which if you have not seen that video where I talk about YES, click the video up here, you can go watch that and then come back here. But that basically just tells him what he did was right. Then I reward with the other treat that I have, okay? So in this hand is the treat that he will never get, ever. Leave it. Yes. Yes. So two things you'll note there. One, you saw that after I gave the L-E-A-V-E-I-T command, I didn't repeat it the second time I put this in front of his face. Because once you say it once, that's it. After time, you want them to be able to do it for longer periods of time. So leave it. Yes. We've obviously been working on this. Now, here's a key. Just because I put my hand down here and I gave the command, you'll notice that just before, he never put his nose towards it. That's fine. Then you reward. The goal is not to get him to go and try to get the treat. That's not the goal. The goal is to get him to leave it. And so if he's doing that and they catch on quickly, that's fine. So let's do this a few more times. Again, when you're first starting out, you want to give the yes command or your clicker and reward right away as soon as they pull the nose away. It's just, I've been working with him a little bit, so I'm stretching the limits. Leave it. Yes. Two things I did there. So to progress to the next level, I actually get it closer to the ground. And I also, you'll see that when I reward him, I'm not rewarding him with a treat near here, because that's next to the treat that I don't want him to have, but I'm rewarding him away from it so that he learns when mom tells me to leaveit, I need to not only not touch it, but I need to move my head away from it, okay? So that's why I'm rewarding him away from the treat that I don't want him to have. Oh, third thing is, look how I'm holding it. You can see the treat under there? This is because he is never, ever, ever to get this. Like, as soon as you start training this command, you need to make sure that you're 100% focused and that he or she never gets the treat that you're trying to hold from them. Because they need to learn, again, that no matter what, for the rest of their life, when you say that command, they will never be able to get it, period. And when they don't get it in the beginning while they're learning, they get something just as good or better in exchange. Okay, let's try this again, getting closer to the ground. Leave it. Yes, good job, Finny. It's important that as you progress to each next level, you are doing this over a long period of time. Like, you may practice just holding it in one spot like this for weeks, and then you move on to coming closer to the ground with like an open hand and having your thumb on top of the food. Do that for a few weeks or at least a few days, practicing several times a day. Then the next step is just putting the treat that you don't want them to have on the ground with your hand over it. Now guys, this is so important. You can never let them get to it, so be super vigilant. And we'll do it again. And again, leave it. Yes. Now some of you may be thinking, well, he never looked at it. He didn't know it was there. Does that really count? Oh, he knows it's there. He knows it's there, but he's catching on very quickly. Okay, and so now you may be wondering, so what if I'm doing this and the treat that I don't want him to get, I accidentally lose control and the dog eats it? Well, too bad, so sad. I mean, if they ate it, there's not really much you can do. And the most important thing I can tell you is that you are in control. You need to make sure that never happens. It is detrimental in a trick and behavior like this if you ever let them get a hold of that treat. So you just need to have full control over it and close your hand shut if you think that they might get to it. Take it very slow with the training. Do not progress too quickly, and don't get cocky, period. Like, if you think that they are even kind of gonna get to it, drop your hand on top of it or close your hand, period. Talk about why this command will likely, literally, save your dog's life at some point. Number one, you may be preparing food in the kitchen, or you may be taking medication that your doctor prescribed you, and you drop something poisonous or toxic on the floor. What do you think a puppy like Finn, or any dog, even adult dogs, are likely to do? Eat the food, or eat the pill, or run over and put it in their mouth. So it is so important that you teach this to your dog. Like, this is probably the top 5 things that I work on with my dogs. Are they perfect? No. Does it take time to teach it? Yes, is it worth it? If you love your dog, it is. I mean, sorry, that was a little crass, but seriously, it is so important to teach this to your dog. And honestly, it takes a while. So you need to start today. I can't thank you enough for your support. I mean, I really can't. Like, we are so close to hitting 5K. Maybe even by the time I posted this video, we've hit 5K subscribers. And honestly, guys, like, that is a dream come true. I never thought in a million years that would have happened. And I can't thank you enough. So thank you guys as always. Don't forget to click that subscribe button if you love rescue puppies, but only if you love rescue puppies. If you love Finnegan like as much as I do, check out his Instagram. It's @DudeIt'sFinn. I'll link it right here. I post pictures of him daily, sometimes twice daily, his Instagram stories. So go check out his Instagram. Before I forget, I do want to give a big call out to Trevor Smith of the Doggy Dojo. He is a YouTuber dog trainer. I'll link him right down here and down below. He was the one who helped refine these Leave It skills with Finn. So if you want to learn more about dog training and how to have a really strong relationship with your dog, definitely check out his YouTube channel. Oh, and guess what? I hope that you had a beautiful